Is there a surefire way for the average person to contact the afterlife? Not really, no. How else can one contact the afterlife? The Ouija board. Sitting, if you've got a very strong stomach, with, in a darkened room, a mirror, a candle and you. Even I don't have the stomach for that. That is also a way that one could possibly attract or see the dear departed over one shoulder. And I said, am I recommending this? Not really. Too strong even for me. However, it's also a question of perhaps embracing what you do see. As children, we're much more open to these things. The monster under the bed. How many times were we told there isn't a monster under the bed? So we forget the monster under the bed. Is there still something under the bed? Yes, probably. But we have been trained out of it. So we've got to, in a way, step back and think, well, not necessarily is there something under the bed, but are we in fact surrounded by entities of a sort? Could we be a little more open to saying, perhaps there is something there, rather than we've been taught there isn't? And the thing about contacting the afterlife, on some levels it might sound very appealing, very attractive. One doesn't always get from knowledge of the afterlife exactly what you think you want to hear. And I think that's really one of the strongest things I would have to say to you. In development classes at the Spiritualist Association of Great Britain, we were taught it's much more important to be able to close down than to open up. But having opened up, there's many ways of doing that. Sitting in meditation in a darkened room. Meditation is, I think, perhaps the more common way of being in touch with other planes of consciousness. But again, does that suit you or not? Me personally, if I try to meditate, I go off to sleep. So that doesn't work for me, but that doesn't mean to say it doesn't work for you. You need to be in a quiet place.